I look super cute when I'm going to work because I want to look cute, and mostly this part makes me sweat. So this is why I do this part first thing in the morning. I hitch on my baby, I pack her in, I put the table down first, racks and weights, and then everything else goes on top. But all I gotta do is pretty much lock her into place this morning, and then I am good to go enjoy my day. Well, because this is the third episode of my Girl Boss series, I figured I will do a little voiceover, kind of show you guys what I'm doing with my trailer. Right now, I'm just unlocking basically both the chains to get that all ready for me. So then when I'm hitching her on, I already have that done and my keys are put away, kind of thing. First things first is I always pack in my weights. Those are the heaviest items, so I just put those on the ground first on my truck back. So those are my two weights. Basically, they're just piles of sand and little tubes. These are my racks. So these are the top parts of the racks. I put those in right by the two weights. It formulates better, trust me. So I have about 5 of those little tops of the rack. So I put those in. After that, I put the table flat down. So then all that stuff is just flat on the back of my truck. More of those damn sticks. And it just helps because those are the little pieces that wiggle around a lot. So I trap them between my weights and my table, so then they just stay down, kind of thing. Those are my neighbors. And that's the first rack. That's the first double rack that I put in. That's the second double rack that I put in. So I put the double racks on top of each other, and then I put my single rack on top of both of those double racks. After that, I put the pink tent right on the opposite side of where those racks are layered. Sometimes I have to jump in and make sure that the tent goes as far into the truck as possible. Otherwise, my truck back won't close. So that is why I'm looking like a fool right there. And this part I'm locking her down. So this is just kind of a safety precaution that I do. I always make sure that I strap her down with some bungee cords, especially the tent. You just don't want that flying out when you're on the freeway, because that is just not a fun way to start any day. So just make sure that tent is strapped down. I'm also putting on a hitch right now because I'm getting ready to hitch on my trailer. I've got a tall hitch because I live on a hill. So I need the taller hitch so I can unhitch my truck. Otherwise, it's stuck and I can't do it. So I just purchased that hitch at Home Depot, actually. The hitches come in 2 parts. I'm learning. This is me backing her in. I always try to focus of looking behind me and looking at the back mirror I have in my truck and just kind of going back with that. Honestly, there's no really easy way to do this. You just kind of learn after trying so many times, and sometimes you just want to go slow. I'll go back and forth a few times because I've also hit the hitch with my trailer, and that's just not fun to do, Sometimes the trailer is like a big toy, so she'll just like fly backwards. So this is me just going back and forth really fast. I get nervous sometimes, guys. Even after so many years, I still get nervous. See, like right there, I'm gonna look back and be like, oh snap. But it's a learning experience. Like I'm telling you, this is almost 7 years of me doing this by myself. Well, not by myself. This is 7 years of me doing this, and the most recent years I have been doing this by myself. It makes it a lot easier when you know how to hitch on your own trailer. You have control that way. If you don't know how to do this, you don't have control of your shop. And that's why I taught myself how to do this on my own, because it's a great thing to know. It's just great overall to understand how your whole trailer works, how your whole shop works. So I got her perfectly in the middle. I have to make sure she's right there, like right there on the bulb. Otherwise, she doesn't always pop into place, and that's never fun to deal with when you're on a hill, so you just want to make sure she does pop in place. So luckily for me, she did pop into place. Looking good. She's coming down. And you could see how like that heel, you know, just, oh, that was me. I got really excited because I put that there. Yeah, it's always an exciting moment when you hitch on your trailer, guys. I can't even deny that, you know? It's a good time. So I'm putting the block in because I need that. And then it's time to chain her up. So because I got the new hitch and she's higher, my chain that usually wraps between both the loops and where the hitch is, basically it's not enough chain. She's not long enough. So what I did was just got 2 separate locks and I lock it on both sides of the loops. And if you guys know like hitches and all that stuff, you guys know what I'm talking about. So on each side, I basically have a different lock. So then that way, the chains are able to move more freely and nothing will break my chain because I'm doing like a U-turn or something. So that's what I'm doing right now. Don't get me wrong, it's kind of like tedious to have the 2 chains. I could just go somewhere and get a new chain, but I didn't have time. So this is what we made work and it's working. So I'm not going to go spend more money if I don't have to. So in this next part, I'm taking out the wheel chucks that are basically in front of the tires so she doesn't roll forward on the heel. You're going to see her go forward right now. Yeah, did you see that movement? That's her going forward. So the wheel chucks are just great to have. I suggest you definitely invest. I'm ready for the downtown Farmers Market and I'm good to go.